Hey, how's it going, everybody? Scott SPREITZER here, DocSports.com, and welcome to the update for Thursday's card, April 25th, 2024. I'm talking NBA draft props on this particular video. And before I get to that, a real quick note, we do have a big play going in the NBA on Thursday. It's a six-star play, and it's available on my homepage over at DocSports.com. We did cash a six-star last night in the NHL. That was with the Boston Bruins. And we come back tonight in the NBA with a six-star play. These top plays, 5 stars and higher, now on a 195 and 134 winning run, up over 26,000 bucks. NBA top plays, 50 and 29 with my last 79, and we'll look to cash again tonight and extend those winning runs. Not only do I have the 6-star in the NBA on Thursday, I've also got Major League Baseball afternoon action and NHL. So jump on board if you wish over at DocSports.com on my handicappers homepage. I do want to talk a little bit of NFL draft here. I do have 3 props here. A couple of quick notes about this. I don't suggest multi-unit plays when it comes to the NFL draft. I don't do it myself. As far as multi-unit, everything is either half unit or 1 unit when it comes to betting on the NFL draft. And the reason why is pretty simple. If an unexpected or semi-unexpected trade is made early in the first round or anytime in the first round, it can certainly throw a wrench into your system, and you know how it goes, best laid plans. So just saying that, these are 1-unit plays that I made myself that I'm going to give you right here in the NFL draft. And I want to start first with a bit of a long shot, and that is Rome Odunze. You know him, he's the Washington wide receiver, Washington Husky alum, and he's plus 650 to go in the 8th spot. Right now, the 8th spot is held by the Atlanta Falcons as I cut this video on Wednesday evening. Odunze, if you're not real familiar with him, he's a big kid, 6'3", wide receiver with the Huskies last year. And I tell you what, if it's not for Marvin Harrison Jr., and maybe Malik Neighbors, then you're talking about this guy, Rome Odunze, being the number 1 wide receiver in this draft. That's how good he is. But again, the Falcons, here's the thing. A lot of people are talking about the Falcons maybe going after someone in the trenches for this particular pick. And I'll say this, they went out and they got Kirk Cousins at quarterback. They need to get some skilled people around him. And Odunze is one of those guys. I mean, he's ready to go right away out of the block. So I think they'll go for him here. Now, he could go up as high as 6th if the New York Giants decide to go the route of wide receiver rather than, let's say, May or McCarthy. And his odds there are about plus 350 in that neighborhood. But I do believe he's going to go 8th. It's also one of those spots that the Atlanta Falcons are in that could be for sale, and you could have other teams jumping up into that position to grab Odunze. So there you go, Odunze plus 650 in the 8th spot in the draft. By the way, that one is a 1-unit play, and again, I wanted to reiterate that I only go as high as 1 units on the NFL draft. We're looking at wide receivers, the over-under 6.5. I like the over here. When it comes to wide receivers going in the first round, Marvin Harrison Jr., just mentioned Odunze. We got Malik Neighbors, all in the top 10 in all likelihood as far as receivers taking in this year's draft. Neighbors possibly to the Titans. And then you got LSU's Brian Thomas Jr., solid chance for a top 15 pick, just outside the top 15 at worst. You got Adonai Mitchell, top 25 out of Texas, teammate from Texas, Xavier Worth, also going to go in the first round. And Ladd McConkey, the Georgia wide receiver, who, by the way, Mel Kiper, a guy I've done many, many shows with over the years, has Ladd McConkey going 9th. I don't have him going that high, but it shows you how his stock has risen over the past couple of months. So, and by the way, he's minus $1.10 to go in the first round as it is, talking about Ladd McConkey. And so that's 7 wide receivers right there. And I haven't even mentioned other possibles like Troy Franklin out of Oregon, Florida State's Keon Coleman. That's 9 receivers either in the first round or hovering around the first round. And I'm not the first one to say this, but there are 9 NFL teams that need a wide receiver. 6 teams lost or dealt their wide receivers in the offseason. So I think over 6.5 wide receivers is the way to go in that one. The final draft pick that I'm going to give is the Brock Bowers, the tight end out of Georgia. I do think he's going to slip to 12 or higher, which means he goes after the 11th pick in the first round. And as talented as he is, only one team in the top 10 is interested in a tight end as we speak on Wednesday night. That's maybe the New York Jets. but I really do believe that the Jets are going to eventually go with an offensive line here. Got to get protection for Aaron Rodgers. Some are saying Denver, is going to go after Bowers at number 12. Some of the NBC draft sources are saying that Bowers goes in this particular spot that I'm going to talk about as far as number 12. So it's a situation where I do believe he goes outside of that top 11. And right now, his over-under as far as his draft pick is concerned is 11.5. And that price on that is changing. So you'll be able to check that out yourself when you watch this video. But again, Brock Bowers to go outside the top 11.5 in Thursday's NFL draft. Repeating my 3 plays, and again, all no more than 1 unit, folks, per bet. Rome Odunze of Washington to go in the 8th spot, plus 650. Over-under on wide receivers, over 6.5 to go in the opening round. And again, Georgia tight end Brock Bowers to be drafted 12th pick or worse. All right, listen, again, check out my homepage if you want to jump on board on Thursday. I do have the 6-star going in the NBA. I've also got baseball and I've got NHL. If you do like the videos, click on the thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe. I'm Scott Spreitzer, DocSports.com. Let's put them in the win column, everybody.